Welcome to Politics Watch JA. Want to say happy independence to Jamaica. Jamaica now 61. But some people argue that even though Jamaica get independence August 6, 1962, Jamaica is still not independent. To celebrate independence, what the Jamaican government normally do is have this big party at the National Stadium and call it Grand Gala. But some people argue that Grand Gala is a waste of resources, while others will argue that Grand Gala is the best way of preserving cultural activities, song, customs, and just a family get together in a national stadium for people both locally and internationally to come together and celebrate the independence of Jamaica. So today we are going to discuss whether Grand Gala is important to the culture of Jamaica or is it a waste of resources. Mr. Logics, talk to your viewers and subscribers before we go into the discussion.
Yeah, man, big up to our viewers, subscribers, listeners, to our political station, and big up to everybody that you like, share, and subscribe to our channel.
Alright, so Mr. Logics,
Yeah, man.
did you attend the 2023 staging of Grand Gala at the National Stadium?
Well, I've never attended Grand Gala before and never was interested.
Why?
It has never been my cup of tea or my interest, given that um, I'm the type of person I don't know why we call ourselves independent, even though that's for another topic. So independence is not something that usually interests me
So,
or
well,
or basically catches my attention because I don't believe that Jamaica is independent in a
okay.
sense.
So, even if Jamaica not independent, a free event, no people love free
Yeah, it's
event
free.
and them love go get together with family and friends that are Jamaicans and celebrate the whole culture.
Yeah, and celebrate the whole culture. Like it's a family affair. People bring out their family, their children, and they try to basically be patriotic, right? Because you know that when it comes to independence, emancipation, it's all about nationalism, patriotism. One of those persons that is not really that patriotic, and therefore, one of the reasons is the country could have been so much better off than it is now, given the amount of resources that we had over the years. But because of corruption, right, and by our leaders over the last 50 years, in fact, there have been data research suggests that if it wasn't for corruption, Jamaica would be a first world country. So to know that we could have been way better right now doesn't doesn't give me much hope to be a patriotic person or a person that wants to celebrate Grand Gala or independence. It's just not my cup of tea.
All right. I understand you still, but I have been to Grand Gala once and I enjoyed the experience to see just everybody getting together, people from different class and different society, and we'll get together. But do you think Grand Gala is a waste of resources?
Yes, it is. Spending over $100 million per year on an event like this, right? Where a celebration to me every year like this in the national stadium is actually not needed. What they could do is a celebration every five or every I would suggest every decade, right? Every since last year we had a big celebration because it was 60 years, they could wait for another big celebration at 70 years, right? 8 years and such forth, rather than spending over $100 million per year. If you check over $100 million per year for the last 10 years, that's over a billion, not million, over 1 billion Jamaican dollars has been spent to host Grand Gala over the last 10 years. And that waste of resources for a country that doesn't have it. And a country where inflation is very high right now, it's a complete waste of resources.
So where you suggest this money could have been spent on? Because you look on the cost versus the culture. Remember, we have to preserve the culture for future generations.
Exactly, but I don't. It makes no sense preserving the culture when there's no opportunities for the young people, especially in the country, and that is why the majority of the young people right now in certain age group, from the 18-year-old to the 25-year-old and up to the early 30s, they are not really interested in independence, emancipation, and all those things, culture that the government is trying to put across, right? They are actually thinking about how they are going to survive, even if that means to do illegal stuff, but they are trying to get by in life with enough funds. And the economy in Jamaica doesn't provide them with that opportunity. So they are not going to care about culture when they are actually hungry and need to survive.
So wait, probably then Oliver Grange need to have more cultural stuff teaching at school and well reintroduce civics and
Right.
more
I think that's a good idea.
and keep more cultural events throughout the year instead of wait until one time for year to keep this big event will cost a lot of money.
Exactly. And I think that the reintroduction of civics is critical to our school system, and it's critical to all aspects of the Jamaican society or our society, given that the fact that most Jamaicans also doesn't understand our culture, especially the younger ones. And not just that, most Jamaican also doesn't understand our justice system, and because of that, they keep on cursing the justice system. So the justice system is this, is that, and because civics, right? Civics is one of those subjects that teaches everything regarding justice system, parliament, how many persons in the Senate, in the parliament, our culture, our national heroes, everything that you can find in civics. And only few high school teachers. I remember when I was going to Manchester High, they teach civics. It was compulsory for us to learn civics in first and second form. And it's one of the few schools in Jamaica that does that.
So fees a grand gala, a little 5 year old, 6 year old, 7 year old, even a first farmer in a high school, them go a grand gala in National Stadium. Or grand gala a come on TV from long time still. Feel say
Yeah,
that can inspire a a little youth or a little girl to know more about Jamaica and more about the festival, the more about the cultural songs them and all of them thing there.
that's true. I think that it definitely will inspire them to know about the culture, the festival songs, and the whole um, historical background regarding our food, cuisine, our national symbols, all of these things. And you mentioned festival songs, right? A lot of festival songs used to be popular back in the day, but it is claimed that these artists nowadays in the festival competition, they're not actually putting out good lyrics or good music, so it's not drawing that attention again like it once used to.
So what we suggest we do about that? Because we need to preserve the culture. Or
Yeah, and
is it that the standards drop, or is it that the person in charge of the whole culture is failing the society?
I think that even with the person in charge, like Honorable Oliver Bowser Green, she can't really do much about it. She can only try to implement certain strategies, but the society has actually lost their values, norms, and their culture years now. So what you realize is that one of our deep part of Jamaican culture was reggae music, and reggae music right now is seen as one of the big music worldwide. But in Jamaica, reggae music is dying down in favor of dancehall. So this new generation, right, they are not so much into the culture of Jamaica, right? That form of culture, they are more Americanized and into dancehall music, into more modern things that gadgets right, or technology. They are more into those sort of things that where you find first world countries. Those young people in first world countries are into. That's what the Jamaican young people are into. So the culture is no longer there.
So why Oliver Grange now put more change the festival song to dancehall festival for try incorporate the young people them?
Some
Cause
people have expressed that view. Say since dancehall is also a part of our culture, some persons have said that why they don't include a dancehall festival song competition rather than just reggae. And a lot of persons have been asking that question since Jamaica culture now is more about the dancehall, because you have to move with current events, right? It's now 2023, so you have to move according culture changes from time to time. So you have to move with current events, and the current events that the young people are clinging to is a dancehall culture. But the government and likely Oliver Babs agree, they see dancehall music as a music that promotes violence, right? And not just violence, but also sexual nudity,
no,
and
so
they are
that
not
not
going to
true.
want to associate with that.
So that not true.
Yeah, it does in majority of dancehall song. It does, but then you have dancehall music that just do with dances, dance moves,
Yes.
right? Which is a part of our culture. So we still have dancehall artists making songs doing dance move, which is a big part of our culture as well.
Because I was watching the Grand Gala on television yesterday and one of the main performers was Ding Dong. However,
Yeah,
it must be pointed out that one of the performers that Ding Dong brought on stage was Valiant. And he had a
yeah,
song, he have a popular song now where I sing about Mad Out. And
yeah,
there was a backlash about that song. However, when Valiant sang that song in the National Stadium, everyone was singing it. But through the
true.
cameraman never show we Andrew Holness a sing this song. We can't say Andrew Holness that sing the Mad Out song.
Yeah.
You understand? But it thing we more have to find out now. So this Grand Gala now, do you think it is reaching the normal Jamaican citizens,
Um,
the everyday, the poor, and you understand?
it's not reaching the normal citizens, given the fact that alright, the the regular citizens in the country, especially the country areas, right? They are not there are thousands of people in Jamaica that are not able to watch our local stations anymore. The reason being is that the new televisions that we have right now, right, which they are mostly selling smart TV, you have to basically have cable, right, to actually watch our local stations or an antenna. So the old TVs that Jamaica could just watch, like the Sharp, right? You know those old, remember those old TV, right? You find that a lot of persons within country and the poor communities within across Jamaica, right? They aren't able to watch our local television because they would have to have cable to use a smart TV. And so what you find is that as this continue, you will find a lack of interest from the entire population. And on holiday like Independence is a day for most people just to a lot of persons love holidays because it's a day for them to rest, right? For
So
them to rest
so it's a rest
and
day
from
more than a cultural day.
yeah, it's a rest day rather than a cultural day. Most people use it to rest um,
And go
from work
beach.
or yeah, go beach parties or church events, conventions. So most people are use Independence Day to especially go to the beach as well. And it is very evident right across the country on holidays like these.
No, but what me I say still, Grand Gala is always full. There's always an excess of people want to get into the stadium on August the 6th if we go watch Grand Gala. So you can't say that Grand Gala is not relevant at this time.
Yes, it will always be full because the tickets are free. The day that they decide to charge at least $1,000 for a ticket, then you will see a difference.
Well, say your fees a Jamaica not going to pay if you go watch the Grand
No,
Gala.
they're not going to. They're not going to pay more than $1,000. I know that they pay $500 to watch the Grand Gala.
No, I think the tickets are free.
No, they do pay. You have thousands of people pay $500 to watch Grand Gala.
No, man. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
All right.
This
So
is how they pay,
we are
right?
gonna ask. We are gonna ask.
And
We are gonna ask the gender minister and the sports minister, Oliver Grange, to clarify that if tickets to
yes,
go to
this
the
is
Grand Gala is free, or you have to pay one little five
all right.
hundred or $1,000.
The government doesn't request payment, but the police force and authorities, right? They have slacked up over the years, and there have been a lot of complaints on social media, right? Where the communities that are close to the national stadium, they collect thousands of free tickets, right, and sell them for $500 to persons outside of the stadium that are coming to Grand Gala who did not get any tickets free.
No, but
And
well, you can't really
this
say.
this has, this has
Well, you can't really, but
but
Mr. Logic, you can't really say the
yeah,
ticket not free then. Yeah, go
but
better you say, people collect a ticket and I sell back a ticket.
right, but this is well known though. The authorities know this, and they have not clamped down on it.
Probably that we suggest why you have thousands of people in a stadium when time other people outside with them ticket. As a matter of fact, it might suggest that you have people that make counterfeit ticket too.
Well, that is also true, but it is a disgrace though that right at the National Stadium in the park, I know that they do it for champs because I've been to champs many times, but they normally purchase a lot of the person that live close to the stadium. They normally purchase a lot of tickets and sell it back. But for a Grand Gala, which is supposed to be free, we're celebrating independence, right? It's supposed to be a national celebration, right? It is a national celebration. For Jamaicans to be selling back those tickets which are supposed to be free within the vicinity of the national stadium is actually a disgrace that authorities have not clamped down on it.
Well, this well, Oliver Grange and the commissioner of police I get some new information now, and um
It's all over social media. A lot of persons have been actually up in arms over the fact that they are selling each other tickets for $500 outside of the stadium.
well, to tell you the truth, the last time when I went to Grand Gala, which is probably about 5 years ago, I had a ticket, but when I was entering the vicinity where the barriers are, a lot of people asked me if I want a ticket to buy. But because I had
You're
my
right,
ticket,
but it's a disgrace. So you find that persons, there are Jamaicans that are capitalizing on the opportunity of trying to sell it.
no, but Mr. Lodge,
And this is the fault of the government, because what the government does is, right, those persons that live close by, they go to whenever the Grand Gala tickets are given out free, right, at the ticket office, they go there and each person collect as much as 20, 30 tickets, right? And they collect 20, next they collect another 20. So by the end of the week, they have over 100. And these are the persons that are selling about the tickets. What the authorities also need to do is limit the amount of tickets a person can have.
no, you see, where the sports and gender and culture minister, if you don't know, is try get in line with the times. Everybody have a cell
Yeah,
phone now. Make a man request a ticket online and he get a chip number. When him go
well,
in National
that's
Stadium,
true.
he just give them the number, scan the code on him phone, and enter.
I think
You can
I think that's
probably,
a brilliant idea. They do it digitally rather than giving away the tickets.
yeah, and it save them the cost for print the ticket also.
Right.
You understand what me I say? Probably me need a work in a Ministry of Culture and Gender. You see me I say probably me need to be minister. You understand what me I say? But what me I
Yeah,
say
probably they
still,
should up their listening so that they can take up that suggestion.
no man, Andrew always a listen man. Juliet always a
Right.
listen. You understand what me I say?
We need we need them to take up that suggestion.
Me sure say Minister of Information. When you Robert Morgan?
Yeah.
Yeah, Robert Morgan a listen man. So I hope he give me a cut out of it if make film job easier, you understand? But what me I
Yeah.
say still, the Grand Gala. You think say Grand Gala, if he say Grand Gala could get better?
I don't know how much better it can get. Because there's just too much resources. I don't think it should get better. I think it should be cut down.
Should be cut down.
Yeah.
You go hard. You really not. So, hold on. You're not Jamaican.
Yeah, I'm Jamaican, but the activities need to be scaled down. So something just they could, in my opinion, they could just what they could just have is just fireworks. Have the fireworks set across the either the waterfront, Independence Park around the country, and just when the time comes for independence in the night, they just let off the fireworks. That's it.
But you know, say, if you tell you the truth, me think if
Like in the
fireworks,
like what other countries does.
you know, say, I think fireworks is more expensive than even if you fill up the national stadium with Jamaicans.
Well, well, it depends on how much per fireworks you purchase. Because remember that the government has to pay for renting the national stadium.
No, we think if fireworks are the most
Yeah,
expense.
it is the most expensive, but it also depends on
Most
how much fireworks they
I
use.
if you say fireworks are the highest cost them have to pay for the Grand Gala. Because most of the
I
people
don't
we come a Grand Gala are volunteers. You understand what I
try,
say? So
but I don't think the fireworks for over 100 million they spend on Grand Gala. And you could say that the fireworks probably is 30-40 million out of that over 100 million. So that would be a decent sum to spend just for 30-40 million dollars. That's it.
so what you say is that spending $100 million for one day is too much?
Yes, over 100 million. That's too much. It's
And
worth
then
it.
remember, me not think that include transportation because you have JUTC around the night for carrying people. Then you have
Yeah.
volunteers who have to get fed. Plus you have other little amenities. No, but I think may I tell you the truth, Mr. Logics. Me think it's a Grand Gala me feel it's a Grand Gala worth the money.
Well, I don't think it's worth it though.
But probably as you say still probably them could have do it every 5 years still. But
Yeah, I think that's a bit of a concern.
in the meantime, them do it in like 5 years. Them find ways for for educate the people about the culture throughout the year in a schools. You understand what I say? Because really and
Yeah,
truly, nobody really discussed independence until August the 6th.
that's true.
You understand? But the Grand Gala, I think the Grand Gala is important. I just the Minister of Information and the Minister of Culture to find more creative ways for make the people know more about with history, with culture, with cuisine, with music, with dance. And them feature use technology because everybody have a phone now. It's just like how them have JIS.
Yeah,
That is how me think them can spread culture.
right. I think that's one way to go about it. Use up the media, the social media, everything,
Yeah.
technology wise.
Them fi have them fi just I doubt the Ministry of Gender. You know if them have a social media platform where discuss about culture and food and history and all of them something there. You
No,
aware of
I
that?
don't. They don't. They only put out information on the Minister of Social, Minister of Gender Affairs and Culture. That platform they only put out news regarding that, but not anything that has to do with our culture,
So
food,
Minister
cuisine, anything.
Olivia Grange, so we are give a whole heap of ideas cause we don't want the culture to die and we don't want it come to a stage where you are gonna say Grand Gala not gonna keep 1 year because of economic hardship. But you know, it's a pity that Andrew Holness put off election but him keep the Grand Gala.
Well, a lot of persons question that as well.
You understand what I say?
Yeah,
But people, as me say, Grand Gala very significant to Jamaica and there's a lot of people look forward to it. You have a lot of people who leave from other countries to come at Grand Gala also. You understand?
yeah.
So viewers and subscribers want to go in the comment section and tell we if you think Grand Gala is important to the culture of Jamaica. and to the normal everyday citizens, or you think say it's just a waste of resources and resources could have used to other things. So if you're still there with us, more thank you know. Want to know subscribe if you're not a subscriber yet. Share it to all your family and friends and give it a like. And thank you again, viewers and subscribers.